Hello, I'm here with Sarah Wollaston. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah Wollaston. I'm the MP for Totnes.
And what do you think candidates should be doing in preparation for running as an MP in the next election?
I think the most important thing is to have a job, because we want Parliament to look and feel more like the country out there. I was a GP and I was involved with teaching medical students and junior doctors, and it had never occurred to me that I could be an MP. But then David Cameron issued the call that he didn't want to have a more representative Parliament, and I thought, well, if not me, who? You know, all of us think somebody else should be an MP, but in fact any of us can be an MP. All it takes is a real commitment, and a commitment to your community, because I think it is a vocation, it's a whole way of life. It's no picnic, but it's a great job, and I'd urge anyone out there to have a go.
You say it's no picnic, so what is the reality? I mean, is it sort of, what are the sort of downsides and then the upsides of being an MP?
Well, it is a whole way of life. It really is a vocation, and certainly I would say almost all my colleagues here put in a good 60 to 80 hour week, and it really is a job which requires you to be approachable, to be out there meeting people, to care about all the issues in your local community, and perhaps, I think, have a special interest in a particular area. For me, that was medicine. I felt very strongly that a lot of policy that was coming out of Westminster was, if you like, strangely disconnected from the realities of working in the NHS, so I felt passionate about trying to bring a clinical voice to Westminster, and that's partly why I applied. That, of course, I'm actually really caring about where I live, which is South Devon.
Yeah.
Wanting South Devon to have a voice in Westminster, so that's why I did it. And as I say, there was nothing special about me. I hadn't been a lifelong politician. I hadn't even been to a political meeting 4 years before I applied for the job. So I would say don't be put off if you haven't got a long track record in politics, because I found it very welcoming, and genuinely became interested once I took that first step of getting involved and thinking, well, maybe I could do it, and going to see the local agent, talking through what was involved, and having a really long, hard think about whether or not I could make that commitment, because it is a commitment. And then really just taking that step, going along to the Parliamentary Assessment Board. So I'd say, if you're thinking about it, at least go and speak to the local agent about it. Give it serious consideration, because really it is possible to take this step, and it's a very rewarding career, and I would say just do it.
Brilliant. What was your proudest moment so far as an MP?
Oh gosh, where do I start? Well, there's so many different types of special moments when you're an MP. Of course, there's a real moment when you feel that something you have said has made a difference, or somebody you have represented, that you've campaigned on an individual's behalf, and something happens that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't perhaps stepped in. And remember, of course, it's not just you as an individual, you are working in a team. I have a wonderful team, both here in Westminster and in my constituency. So that's a great support, and my association are a great support. So you're not completely on your own, and so that's great. It's a wonderful experience.
And what 3 words would you use to describe the qualities needed to be an MP?
Oh, well, 3 words. No, I'm going to have to think about that.
Yes, no, don't worry.
3 words. I would say determination. To care passionately. I'm sorry, this is more than 3
No,
words.
that's fine.
To care passionately about what you're doing. I would say the best advice I had was to be yourself, believe in what you do, and try to make a difference.
Brilliant. And finally, are we far off from seeing our next leader as a female of one of the political parties?
Well, do you know what? I don't think it matters if it's a man or a woman. I think it should be the right person for the job. But the point is, it's much more difficult for it to be a woman unless women apply. And I think that's one of the main barriers to having more women in politics, is that women often don't think that they would get through to the end. And the answer is you can, and just do it.
Thank you so much for your time.